Hello Kauai, here's our COVID-19 briefing from Team Kauai for Monday, December 7th. The Department of Health is reporting no new cases today. We currently have 11 active cases, all in isolation and 1 hospitalized. We have 30 people in health-directed quarantine as close contacts. Our cumulative case count is now 140, including 122 confirmed locally, 1 probable, and 17 tested elsewhere, but reported after arrival on island. Kauai Police and the National Guard are tracking more than 2,000 people in travel-related quarantine. For additional information on our COVID cases, please visit kauai.gov/COVID-19. As we approach the second semester of the school year, we have asked Mr. Paul Zena, the Kauai Complex Area Superintendent for DOE, to give an update on Kauai schools going into the third quarter.
Mahalo, Mayor Kawakami, and aloha Kauai Public School Ohana. I'd like to start today by thanking all the Kauai Public School students, staff, and Ohana for helping keep our schools healthy and safe. The Kauai Complex Area Department of Education is announcing today that we will revise the Kauai school distance learning models through the third quarter, which runs from January 5th, 2021 to March 12th, 2021. We are making these changes due to the current COVID-19 case count and infection rate for our island. Our priorities remain on health and safety, reaching our most vulnerable students, and having a positive impact on our families, especially those with multi-generational households and students attending school in multiple schools throughout one complex area. As we carefully phase in to more in-person learning, here are the third quarter program actions for our Kauai Public Schools. Continued blended learning for elementary students. The start of blended learning for students in all secondary schools. Mask wearing and 6-foot social distancing is still a requirement for all in-person learning. Full distance learning is still an option for families who desire and can request from each of their individual schools. Schools will continue educational programming to meet the identified needs of students with special program needs. This means that in-person learning may look different for different students in different schools, depending on each school's capacity for their facility. That means schools may support an AB, possibly an ABC, or even an ABCD schedule for their students. I will continue to work with school principals to develop plans for each school's model of instruction, with considerations for community-specific needs. And I'd like to remind everybody to continue to use the ohanahelpdesk.org, once again, the ohanahelpdesk.org, for tech support when your students, support staff at school, and other school personnel such as their teachers are not available during after-school hours. I would also like to remind everyone that the school-specific plans for each school on the Kauai Complex Area of Schools can be found at our launch page at bit.ly/Kauai Public Schools. Once again, the public school launch page is bit.ly/Kauai Public Schools. Those school plans will be posted this Friday, December 11th. The Kauai Complex Area Office will continue to work closely with state, county, and health officials to see when students can safely return to even more in-person learning as the year continues. Mahalo for staying healthy and safe as we continue to support our students together.
Thank you, Paul, and a special mahalo to our faculty, staff, and teachers for helping to keep our students safe. As a reminder, pursuant to Mayor's Emergency Rule 23, all travelers arriving on Kauai are subject to a 14-day mandatory quarantine regardless of any pre- or post-test. This includes visitors and residents who are flying from the mainland as well as inter-island. There is no testing exemption. This model is consistent with CDC travel guidelines, which discourages travel overall. However, the CDC specifies that if you must travel, you should take a pre- and post-travel test. To view the CDC's travel guidelines, please visit cdc.gov/COVID-19/travel. Due to the change in Kauai's travel rules, the island's voluntary post-travel testing facility for mainland visitors has been closed. Resident post-travel testing will remain available through December 15th for Kauai residents who arrived December 1st or earlier and received a pre-travel test quarantine exemption from the state's Safe Travels program. For more information, please visit kauai.gov/resident post-test. If you are a Kauai resident interested in being tested for COVID-19, Kauai County and the Hawaii State Department of Health provides free COVID-19 testing at rotating sites every Sunday through the end of the year. These tests are available to all residents for free, including those who are uninsured. Please pre-register at kauai.gov/test. The next testing site is this Sunday, December 13th at Hanapepe Stadium and December 20th at Vidina Stadium in Lihue. Testing is available every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. through December 27th. Please bring your registration confirmation and an ID to the testing site. Test results are expected in 3 to 5 days. However, if you are experiencing symptoms and have health insurance, please contact your physician immediately. Please do not wait for surge testing to be tested. If you plan on participating in surge testing, please consider supporting the Toys for Tots toy drive. The County, Department of Health, and Kauai Marine Corps League will conduct drive-up Toys for Tots drop-off at each of the next 3 surge testing locations. You can get a test and also drop off a new unwrapped toy in a safe, socially distanced manner at the same time. A toy donation is not required to participate in the free testing program. Food and other resources and services will be available in Anahola from 9 to 11 a.m. this Saturday, December 12th. The Festival of Hope for Families is a service of Child and Family Service and various community partners. For details and registration, please visit childandfamilyservice.org/festival. There are just a few weeks left to Christmas, and we want to encourage anyone doing holiday shopping to please consider shopping local this year. One way to do that safely is to visit kawaimade.net. You'll find all Kauai-made products and gifts for the holidays. Additionally, you may purchase Kauai-made gift baskets at malamakauai.store. There are still several food distribution programs underway on our island. The State Department of Education's Grab and Go School Meals program runs weekdays through Friday, December 18th. The program provides free meals to children ages 18 and younger. 1 lunch per child is provided. Please call your local school for serving times. The county and the 2 Kauai food banks are conducting the Kupa'a Kauai food distributions every week through the end of the year for food insecure individuals and families. Households can pick up food once per week but must pre-register. Registration starts on Saturdays for the next week, and you're asked to register at least 48 hours before the distribution. Please be sure your email is correct. To register or for distribution times and locations, please visit kauai.gov/COVID-19 and click on the green button that says Food Distribution. Mahalo for understanding the role you play in mitigating the spread of COVID-19 on our island. Please continue to stay home as much as possible. Refrain from social gatherings or public outings. If you must interact with people outside of your home, maintain a distance of 6 feet of separation and wear a mask, if at all possible for you to do so. Remember, my mask protects you and your mask protects me. It's a sign of respect and aloha. Do not leave home if you are sick unless you're seeking medical attention, and then only after calling your doctor first. Wash your hands frequently and clean surfaces often. Stay informed and connected during this time of social distancing. We'll continue to post updates on our official County of Kauai Facebook page or on our Kauai Emergency Management Agency page at www.kauai.gov/COVID-19. The Centers for Disease Control is also updating its website regularly. For more information, please visit coronavirus.gov. Not everyone has internet access or follows the news, so please help to keep your loved ones informed. Be kind, take care of one another, God bless and aloha.